Welcome back to the channel. My name is Matt, aka the True Prince of Pro, and today I'm here to review episode 25 of AAA TV on Fox in Mexico. We open up tonight's episode with the AAA General Manager, Rey Mysterio, making his way down to the ring. He says that he wants AAA to be the place where all the biggest names in wrestling come to wrestle, and he wants the crowd to help him welcome one of the biggest Latin stars in wrestling today and a former WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Damian Priest, to AAA. Damian Priest comes out and he runs down his long list of accomplishments, but he says he's never competed in AAA before. And he's not here in AAA to make enemies, and he's not here to make friends. He's here to dominate AAA and to win championships. And I have to say, I absolutely love this presentation of Damian Priest, and I'm so excited to see what he does here in AAA. Our opening matchup this evening is a non-title match as Flammer takes on Lady Shani. Lady Shani outmatches Flammer in the technical wrestling department to start off this match as Lady Shani catches Flammer with multiple arm drags. Flammer goes for a drop down, but Lady Shani gator rolls her up to her feet and then throws her across the ring with a quesadora. Flammer gains the advantage by catching Lady Shani with a kick, and then she traps Lady Shani in a submission and then starts messing up her mask. Flammer spinebusters Lady Shani and then follows it up with a run-ed seated clothesline. Flammer stomps out Lady Shani in the corner and then snapmares her into the center of the ring. The two trade chops back and forth, and then Lady Shani locks in a sleeper hold, but Flammer crushes her in the corner. Lady Shani fights out of the corner with a clothesline, and then arm drags Flammer into the corner and then follows it up with a running boot scrape. Lady Shani traps Flammer in a beautiful body scissors sleeper hold, and then rolls her all around the ring for a pinfall attempt. Flammer does a roll-up double stomp to Lady Shani and then follows that up with a hammerlock DDT buster for a near fall. Flammer goes and grabs the Reina de Reinas championship, but La Catalina stops her from using the weapon. Then Lady Shani in the ring hits Flammer with a backstabber and then follows that up with an iconoclasm off the top rope to pick up the win in an incredible match. After that, we see a video from last week as someone is secretly filming the Psycho Circus as Pagano is being loaded up into the ambulance and Psycho Clown is still begging for forgiveness from his brother for accusing him of attacking his friends. Next, we have a promo from El Grande Americano calling out Los Pelos del Mal. He says he was shocked when they attacked him, but he dares them to make their presence known next week because El Grande Americano isn't coming alone. He says that God forgives, but Los Perros don't. Well, neither does El Grande Americano, and he will see them next week. Up next, we have a triple threat tag team match, as it is Mr. Iguana La Parka versus Dinamico and Drago versus Money Machine of Comida de Plata and Garra de Oro. To start off the match, Comida de Plata tries to buy La Yesca, but La Yesca bites the hand of Comida de Plata and helps Mr. Iguana hit an Iguana Rana off the top rope and then follows that up with a crucifix driver. Drago tags into the match, but Money Machine gains the advantage when Garra de Oro catches Drago with a dropkick. Dinamico tags in and dropkicks Comida de Plata off the apron, and then he uses his speed to drop Garra de Oro in the middle of the ring. That's when he tags in Drago, and Drago runs in and hits a standing shooting star press. And then Drago hits Garra de Oro with a Finley roll, tags in Dinamico, and Dinamico hits a frog splash off the top rope, but his pinfall attempt is broken up by La Parka hitting a double stomp on him. La Parka then hits Dinamico with a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker and a spinning clothesline, and then he follows that up by hitting Dinamico with these beautiful rolling German suplexes that I thought was so cool. Money Machine hits La Parka with multiple corner splashes, and Comida de Plata hits La Parka with a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker and holds him up for Garra de Oro to come off the top rope with a huge flying frog splash. Drago hits Comida de Plata with a shotgun dropkick, and then Garra de Oro gets caught by an Enziguri from Dinamico. That's when Drago hits to the top rope and hits a shooting star press on the Money Machine to the floor. In the ring, Mr. Iguana hits Dinamico with an Iguana Rana, and he ends up on the apron, and that's when La Parka hits the most insane moonsault arm drag on Dinamico off the apron to the floor that you have to absolutely go check out because it was so freaking cool. Drago catches Mr. Iguana with an enziguri and then launches off the top rope with a crossbody. Drago heads back to the top rope, but he's stopped by Money Machine, who shake the ropes until he falls. Money Machine then wraps up La Parka with his own arms and then hits him with a pair of elbow strikes and then drops him with a high-low kick. Then Dinamico runs out of the ring and throws Comida de Plata out of the ring and catches Garra de Oro with a running knee strike. Dinamico launches to the outside of the ring with a crossbody off the top rope on the Money Machine. Then Mr. Iguana launches over the top rope and hits Dinamico with an Iguana Rana. In the ring, Drago hits a tilt-a-whirl DDT that spikes La Parka on his head. And then Drago goes to the top rope for a frog splash, but La Parka catches him out of the air with a cutter. La Parka then hits Drago with the Bone Breaker to pick up the win for his team in what was a phenomenal match, and honestly was a perfect showcase of what this tag division can be, and it was honestly one of my favorite AAA TV matches of this year. Once again, to promote Verano de Escándalo, they're showing old footage, this time being a triple threat cage match from 2009 between Dr. Wagner Jr., El Macias, and Cibernetico, which I thought it was so awesome that they went this far back with the footage, because this is around the time period that I remember watching AAA when I was a kid. So it was really cool to see them show stuff like this, and I really hope we put up more footage like this in the future. After that, we have our weekly media blitz with our AAA general manager, Rey Mysterio, and he talks about how he's so excited to have Damian Priest here in AAA, as Priest has a huge respect for the Lucha Libre culture. He's then asked about El Grande Americano and Los Perros del Mal, and he says that he is increasing security for next week's episode. He also states that Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio will both be in attendance for next week's show, and I swear to God, if Dominic Mysterio gets stuck in a program with Damian Priest before Verano de Escándalo, I'm going to lose my mind, because those two need to be far away from each other and doing different things. It's main event time as we have El Fiscal versus Abismo Negro Jr. The two immediately trade punches back and forth with each other when El Fiscal gains the advantage with some clotheslines and a backstabber for a near fall. Abismo Negro counters a suplex attempt from El Fiscal and hits him with a suplex of his own. Then Abismo Negro Jr. goes to press slam El Fiscal, but El Fiscal escapes out of it and clotheslines him out of the ring, and then follows that up with a huge suicide dive. Abismo Negro Jr. throws El Fiscal into the stairs, and then climbs up onto the stairs and goes for a senton attempt, but El Fiscal gets out of the way. In the ring, El Fiscal goes for a dive onto Abismo Negro Jr., but Abismo Negro Jr. moves out of the way. El Fiscal then goes for the martinet on Abismo Negro Jr., but he slides out of it, and then the two drop each other with a double clothesline. That's when Los Perros del Mal will hit the ring and attack. They throw out Abismo Negro Jr. and then start to tear apart El Fiscal. Angel will hold El Fiscal in a slingshot position over his knees for Daga to hit a running double stomp onto him. Then the crew would hold up El Fiscal for Carmen Petrovich to deliver that final kick as the episode ends with Los Perros del Mal standing tall. This was an amazing episode of AAA TV. Flammer vs. Lady Shani was awesome, and I've been saying it for the longest time that I want AAA to feature more women on their programming, so seeing how they showcase Lady Shani has been amazing to me, and I really love to see where they're going with this. The triple threat tag team match was a perfect showcase of the tag division, and it was honestly one of my favorite AAA matches of this year, because it allowed some favorites of mine, like Money Machine and Dinamico, to really shine and showcase how great they are. And I will always enjoy seeing Abismo Negro Jr. and El Fiscal go at it, even if it was just for an interference finish to put on more heat for Los Perros del Mal. It still was perfectly done, and I really love seeing how that feud's playing out. Thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to talking more Lucha Libre with y'all in the next video.